Flip TV News. Here are the headlines. Now the news in details. Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered a thorough and full-fledged investigation into the recent bombing mishap in a village at Tudumbiri in Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. While calling for calm as the authorities investigate the mishap, the president, in a release issued on Tuesday by his media advisor Ajurin Galale, also directed swift and comprehensive medical attention for surviving victims while praying for the repose of the souls of the deceased. President Tinubu sympathized with the families of victims, the people and government of Kaduna State over the bombing incident. Tinubu further described the incident as very unfortunate, disturbing and painful, expressing indignation and grief over the tragic loss of Nigerian lives. Speaking in an interview with BBC Hausa, the victims of the airstrike recounted their losses.
Dan a family dinmu ni kankin kaina mun rasa wajen mutum 34.
Wannan abin karfe 11 tashi jiya aka kira mu. Aka gaya mana aka sanar dare yayi. Karfe 9 na yi muka kama hanya sai garin. A garin muna nan aka ciccire gawawwakin aka yi komi. Aka tsintsince damomin su yaran aka sa a buhu. Duk abin da ya faru a idan mu na dauka a waya da. Mutane ɗaya ana ta sa a mota, ana ta sa a mota. Haka aka dauki gawan banda wanda aka tattara su. Aka zuba su wasu ma duk sun makale namun su a cikin saman kwano da ice. Ka gane to gwamnati kuma muna gurin nan babu wanda muka gani, ba wani security, ba wani komai da aka kawo jami'an tsaro babu. Daga mu ƴan uwa sai mu ƴan uwa sai dangi sai kaji kawai su ne a wurin. Me za su yi? Bom biyu suka saka. Suka saka ɗaya bayan minti 30 suka ƙara saka ɗaya. Yaran da suna taimaka bari su kwashe wa'ancan aka ƙara sako musu. ƴaƴa wani gidan wallahi namiji ɗaya tsira da shi. Wani biyu suka tsira da su, wasu an kashe musu 12, wasu 11, babu da maulidi suke yi ba. Wa'ansu goyo a bayansu aka ciccire goyon. Aka cire goyon alhamdulillah ba su mutu ba wasu, amma wasu sun mutu, iyaye sun mutu, amma ƴaƴan suna nan da ransu ƙanana. Amma mafi yawanci ƙananan yara su ne a gaba su suka fara mutuwa.
Kuma a duk shekara muna gabatar taron maulidi na akalla su 15. Muna cikin yin shi kuma ya kai ga wannan jirgi wanda yake ba ma ka ganin sai daga jikare shi. Aka sako wannan bom a wannan wuri ya tarwatsa al'umma, ya kashe al'umman da yara da maza da mata ƙananan yara. Wasu ma ga sanan sun yi fisis ne sai dai aka ɗauki naman su. Mun tashi don mu je kai ɗauko al'umman mu, jirgin nan ya ƙara dawowa, wasu inda suka shiga nan ya ƙara aka jiwa musu wannan bombin, aka ƙara bombin ɗin su. Dan a family ɗinmu ni kankin kaina mun rasa wajen mutum 34. Kuma a yanzu muna da patient mutum 66 a nan asibitin Barau Duku. Ina jira ga hukumar ƙasar nan namu. In dai ana son a yi mana adalci, in dai ita mai adalci ne to ana son mana adalci to a biya mu diya.
In other news, the Benue State Assembly has suspended 4 of its members. The suspended members are Solomon Gliar, representing Guab West State Constituency, Douglas Akia, representing Makodi South, Yako Ashwa, representing Koshisha State Constituency, and Anthony Agam, representing Opoku State Constituency. Also, the House confirmed the local government caretaker committees appointed by Governor Yasin Halaya to oversee the affairs of the councils. A total of 21 nominees were confirmed, while 2 from Agatu and Oji local government areas were rejected. The motion for the rejection of the 2 nominees was moved by the majority leader of the House, Senator Tisa, and seconded by Peter Akusu of Katsina Allah West State Constituency. The House adjourned till December 5, 2023.
But we had some of these members by the leadership of Chairman, they call it G22, Douglas Akia. We had waited for over 2 hours. It became an embarrassment, and we felt that they were out to sabotage not just this house, but the very important items that we are supposed to attend to this sitting. So we decided that they are a clog in the way of progress, so we will approve them. We need a quorum to sit of 1/3, and now 1/3 is 11. We had them, and the quorum, yes, out of 31. So we had them, and our sitting was successful.
Mr. Speaker, we elected this great chamber of the Federal Assembly to do justice to Benue people. Any attempt or attempted attempt by anybody, be it constituting yourself into a group or individual, that you want to sabotage the interests of this state by holding the House to a ransom. Honorable Speaker, I want to second, without missing words, that such members desire and deserve to be suspended for a period of 14 working legislative days. This is to serve as an example in the course of going forward for anybody who want to undermine this house, for anybody who want to take laws into their hands. We are here to do very, very serious business. And we are called to do it because we are people have elected us to do sin. Why will people come and want to hold us for what? I mean, it's not worth it at all. Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I want to second the motion moved by the majority leader that they be suspended for a period of 14 working legislative days.
Honorable Dr. Anthony has been suspended for a period of 2 months.
In another development, Britain's embattled Conservative government unveiled a raft of measures on Monday aimed at cracking down on record levels of migration, a key battleground in the general election expected next year. The United Kingdom announced it would raise the minimum salary threshold for a skilled worker visa and prevent overseas health and social care staff from bringing family dependents to Britain. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's office trumpeted the proposals as the biggest clampdown on legal migration ever. But critics said it would damage the state-run National Health Service (NHS), which faces staff shortages.
The second one is about illegal migration. I think it's profoundly wrong for people to be entering our country illegally on small boats. According to the law, the law says you can't enter the country illegally. If you or I crossed an international border or literally broke into another country, we would expect to be treated very seriously.
They broke into another country, the people who come on small boats.
I am, yeah.
That's the phraseology you have to use.
I am. If somebody comes into our country on a small boat,
are breaking into our country.
yes, they're.
Immigration is said to be a key issue in nationwide elections that must be held by January 2025 at the latest, and which the main opposition Labour Party is currently favoured to win. Sunak has pledged to reduce new arrivals and has been under pressure ever since the statistics released last month showed that net migration to Britain hit a high in 2022.
So of a 5-point plan, the first of our 5 points will be to end the abuse of the health and care visa. We will stop overseas care workers from bringing family dependents, and we will require care firms in England to be regulated by the Care Quality Commission in order for them to sponsor visas. Approximately 120,000 dependents accompanied 100,000 care workers and senior care workers in the year ending September 2023. Only 25% of dependents are estimated to be in work, meaning a significant number are drawing on public services rather than helping to grow the economy. We recognise that foreign workers do great work in our NHS and health sector, but it is also important that migrants make a big enough financial contribution. Therefore, we will increase annual immigration health surcharge this year by 66%, from £624 to £1,035, to raise, on average, around £1.3 billion for the health services of this country every year. Second, we will stop immigration undercutting the salary of British workers. We will increase the skilled worker earnings threshold by a third to 38,700 from next spring, in line with the median full-term wage for those kinds of jobs. Those coming on health and social care visa routes will be exempt, so we can continue to bring in the healthcare workers on which our care sector and NHS rely. Thirdly, we will scrap cut-price shortage labour from overseas by ending the 20% going rate salary discount for shortage occupations and reforming the shortage occupation list. I have asked the Migration Advisory Committee to review the occupations on this list because of our new higher skilled worker salary threshold. And we will create a new immigration salary list with a reduced number of occupations. People only bring dependents who they can support financially. By raising the minimum income for family visas to the same threshold as the minimum salary threshold for skills workers, which is 38,700. The minimum income requirement of 18,600 has not been increased since 2012. Madam Deputy Speaker, this package of measures will take place from next spring. Finally, having already banned overseas master's students from bringing family members to the UK, I have asked the Migration Advisory Committee to review the graduate route to prevent abuse, to protect the integrity and quality of the UK's outstanding higher education sector. It needs to work in the best interests of the UK, supporting the pathway into high-quality jobs for the global talent pool, but reducing opportunities for abuse.
Moving on, parents of the abducted students of Federal University of Gusau in Zamfara State have staged a peaceful protest at the government house demanding the unconditional release of their children. They want Governor Dauda Lawal and security agencies to rescue the children who have been in captivity for 72 days on hot. No fewer than 24 students of the university, 10 construction workers, a staff of the university, and his daughter were kidnapped on September 22nd this year in Sabongida, a community hosting the main campus of the university. However, 13 students and 3 construction workers have been rescued, while others are still in captivity.
To our surprise, even today, they are not preparing like exams in the school. When our daughters are there, we don't know their condition. Actually, you can see us. We are nobody. Nobody look at us as a human being. Because if it is the daughter of, let's say, councillor, something must have happened. Let's say councillor, just the last state of this policy, something will have been done. But why is it that? Because we don't know, nobody knows us. We don't know even the position, we don't know what actually she has done. So actually, we don't know our position.
They don't want anything from the parent. They don't want to sit with the parent. It's only the governor that they want to sit to discuss with him how they are going to bring back our children. They say if governor did not sit with them, they are not going to bring back our children. Then why is it that governor doesn't want to sit with them? People have been saying, they say, up to now I didn't hear even a word that comes out from governor. This is what governor said about these children. So we come here to plead the governor. He should please and please, for the sake of Allah, he should try all his possible best to see that he brings back our children.
Finally on the news, a suspected serial burglar who identified himself as Sunday Joseph has been hospitalized after residents of the Lupiton area in Ore, Odipo local government area of Ondo State, apprehended and beat him to a pulp. The suspect was caught after breaking into some houses and stealing phones and money in the area. According to an Ondo-based news medium, the suspected burglar who disguised as a vigilante was caught on Saturday. It was gathered that Joseph had been caught for committing the same crime about 2 years ago, but he escaped then. But on Saturday, some youths in the area mobbed the burglar as he made to escape. Initially, he lied about coming to the area to steal, but confessed to committing the crime after being beaten by the mob. Due to the injuries sustained from the beating, the suspect was admitted to the General Hospital in Ore, while the matter was reported to the police division in Ore. And that's it on the news. For more updates, kindly subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Papa Emelu reporting for Flip TV.